Well, I've heard this week that the people of Toobeah are up in arms. They are so angry that the local government council, headed by Lawrence Springborg, remember him? The former leader of the LNP in Queensland here under the state parliament. He's actually now mayor of the Goondiwindi council. He's up for re-election, so my attitude is don't vote for him. Because behind the back of not consulting with the locals, they're actually trustees over this reserve of over 500 acres. And they're actually now have moved the council to hand this reserve to an Aboriginal corporation, mind you, that is over nearly 437 kilometres away from Toobeah. Now the locals knew nothing about it. They're up in arms. They've actually gone to some of the local MPs and to actually get some answers. They can't get any answers. I was only just told about this a couple of days ago. I've already written to the state government and also to the council that I don't want any progress to happen with this land, parcel land, until a decent consultation process has happened with the locals. Why shouldn't they be told? Why should they only find out in the council meeting in January and didn't know what was going on prior to this? They have a right to have a say. This is their home. This is the creek. This is a creek. This is where they go for swimming or whatever. Why hand it over to Aboriginals, to a corporation that has no connection with the land? Why are we doing this? We have to stop this. Enough is enough. Over 50% of Australia is now under native title. You've got another 12% that's been looked at in the courts, and more than likely it will go to native title. This is the seat of Maranoa. Over 85% of the people in that electorate voted no to the voice. Doesn't it tell you they've had a gutful of going along with government policies of handing everything back and giving, all this land and agreement and parliament and voice, everything back to the Aboriginals. And this is what I've been saying for years. We are all Australians together. We are equals. No one deserves this land unless people work for it, and everyone has a right to enjoy it. Not have to go begging cap in hand whether you can use a creek, whether you can pass it, go over it or whatever. And this will be the start. This is something like what happens up in Cape York. Tell your local government you've had a gutful. Tell the state parliamentarians, and you can do that at the next election. Do not vote for a return of this useless Labor state government. Vote for someone that is prepared to fight for you and your rights, because they're not. You're not discussed. You're not thought of. They do whatever they want to do, and you just sit back and cop it. Well, I'll tell you that, and I'm sick of talking to people, and I'll tell you this now. People say, oh, well, we've got to stick with who it is. They're conservative. We've got to stick with the LNP. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I believe in loyalty. But if people keep doing the same to you, kicking you in the guts, why stick with them? It's like you've got a family member comes to your business and says, look, my son or my daughter, your niece or nephew or a friend of family really needs a job. So out of loyalty, you put them on, you give them that job. But over the time, you're losing your business. Your business has been run down. You're getting no productivity out of them. Would you still keep them on? Would you still pay for them? Would you still keep them in a job? Well, those people are still out there voting for LNP and Labor. That's exactly what you're doing. And in the meantime, you're not just destroying your business, you're destroying this country. So I'm going to Toobeah, and I'm going to be there on March the 6th at the Toobeah pub, and I'm going to have my say, and I will consult with the locals, and I will be there to hear what they have to say, and I will continue fighting for you against this stupidity that I've had a gutful of. So if you're in the area, want to come along for support and support the people of Toobeah, love to see you. Remember, 6th of March, Wednesday night, Toobeah pub. It's Michael who owns the pub. See you then.